Some people move through life carrying a silent strength, almost as if they possess an invisible power, while others seem to drift endlessly, always waiting, begging, hoping for something to change. The difference is not luck. It is not destiny. The secret lies in something so simple, yet so profound, that most people ignore it: imagination. But I'm not talking about the imagination of childhood, made of fairy tales or castles in the air. I'm talking about the imagination that creates reality. This imagination does not ask for permission. It does not demand proof. It simply creates through you. And once you truly understand this, everything changes. That distance between who you are and who you want to be is no longer a wall. It becomes a door. And the most astonishing thing is this: that door always opens inward, the true power of imagination. We have been conditioned to look outside of ourselves for everything: approval, opportunity, luck. Yet the real power has always been inside, literally. Imagination is not just a mental tool. It is a creative force of life itself. Think about an athlete who visualizes the perfect race before stepping onto the track. He's not just daydreaming. His body responds to that inner image as though it were real, adjusting his breathing, his focus, his rhythm. And that inner rehearsal reflects directly on his performance. Or take relationships as an example. A person who imagines themselves as unlovable enters every interaction anxious, insecure, desperate for validation. Inevitably, they create exactly the rejection they feared. But if that same person begins to assume, I am worthy of love, I am chosen, I am enough, their posture shifts, their energy softens, and the people around them respond differently. Imagination does not wait. It does not argue. It only creates, whether for you or against you, the presence of God within. Most people think of God as distant, somewhere far above, hidden among the stars. But what if I told you that the divine presence that creates is not far away at all? It is within you, in the silence of your mind, in the images you hold when nobody else is watching. The scripture says, "Be still and know that I am God." This does not point outward, but inward to your very being. God moves in the imaginations you persist in feeling. When you imagine failure and cling to it, that sacred force confirms it. When you imagine success and victory, it affirms that too. God does not choose sides. He simply reflects what you dare to hold as real. Reality as a mirror. The world is a mirror. It does not reflect what you wish for, but what you assume to be true. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe yourself to be. For instance, a salesperson who assumes customers only want discounts will unconsciously project insecurity, rush through conversations, and end up attracting those very customers. But another who assumes, I provide real value, speaks with calm assurance, demonstrates worth, and naturally closes deals at a higher level. The external reflection is nothing but an echo of the inner assumption. And if you wish to change a reflection, there's no use in striking the mirror. You must first change the face you show before it. The sacred responsibility of creation. Here is something people often overlook. You never stop imagining. Every thought repeated, every quiet assumption you nurture is a command sent to the unseen. This is not meant to scare you, but to liberate you. Because if this is true, you were never a victim of circumstance. You were always the author. Imagine someone who constantly repeats, I can't handle this. That inner statement generates anxiety and tension until even small tasks feel overwhelming. Now picture that same person adopting a new inner story. I learn quickly and I seek support when I need it. Suddenly, their behavior shifts. They ask questions earlier, delegate tasks, and gain momentum. The external reality adjusts to match. Imagination accepts any seed you plant, limitation or freedom. The sacredness lies in knowing you get to choose. Desire, hunger, and the bridge of events. Many people mistake desire for weakness, as though longing were proof of lack. But in truth, desire is a divine signal, a whisper from within that points toward expansion. Every deep hunger of the soul is evidence of what your imagination is capable of creating. And when you assume the end is already fulfilled, life begins to construct what Neville Goddard called the bridge of incidents, a perfect, though often unexpected, sequence of events that leads you directly to your desire. Take the example of someone who assumes, I already work as a professional designer. Days later, a friend casually mentions a job opening. The portfolio gets updated, and an interview appears out of nowhere. Coincidence? Hardly. It is the bridge unfolding. Or imagine someone who assumes, I am a chosen and cherished partner. Suddenly, they find themselves in new environments, receiving invitations and meeting people far different from their past. Again, not random. The bridge is simply rearranging the scenery. The bridge may not always appear logical. But remember, movement is not failure. It is realignment, the law of assumption. Perhaps the most powerful truth of all is this. Whatever you assume to be real begins to materialize. It doesn't matter what you say. What matters is what you consistently live within inwardly. Assumption is prayer in motion. It is like planting a seed. No farmer digs up the soil every hour to check whether the seed has sprouted. He plants, waters, and trusts. If a person assumes, I am valued at work, they naturally speak with more confidence, contribute with boldness, and soon receive recognition. But if they assume, no one notices me, even louder efforts will fall flat because their inner world contradicts their outer actions. Life does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you are at your core, victim or creator. And here lies the ultimate choice. You can remain a victim, believing the world decides your fate, or you can awaken to the truth that you are the creator. This doesn't mean you control every external event. It means you command the state within, and your inner state shapes how the outer world unfolds. Consider two examples. One person is rejected in a job interview. The victim says, this always happens. I'll never get hired. The creator says, this was a redirection. The right job is waiting. One person receives criticism. The victim crumbles. I'm not good enough. The creator thinks, is this useful? If yes, I'll grow. If not, I'll move on. The difference is never in the facts themselves, but in the state of being that interprets and transforms them. Conclusion, you were never powerless. You were simply unaware of the silent force that has always been working through you. Imagination is God in action, and now the choice is yours. You can continue as a passenger, reacting to every reflection in the mirror, or you can finally sit on the throne of the Creator, shaping your life from within. So use your imagination consciously, persistently, and faithfully, because with every thought, every assumption, every inner image, you are not just thinking, you are creating. If this message resonates with you, and you want to explore more about inner power, healing, and conscious creation, don't forget to subscribe to The Healing Vibe, where transformation begins from within.